Hello, everyone. My name is Kevin Karsnia, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about Google Classroom. So, maybe you've heard of Google Classroom or had the opportunity to use it like we did at our school this past semester or spring, and it was very helpful in both communicating with students and helping them with their assignments. So, that's some of the main purposes of Google Classroom. It's basically the classroom online. So it's pretty cool and it has a lot of cool features. So what you need is a Google account, like many people do, and you go to what we call the little waffle up in the upper right next to your profile pic, and you go down to Google Classroom. So once you click on it, you'd be brought to your classroom, or you'd be brought to a page like this that gives you some options. Google Classroom is free to use. If you're going to use it with actual students, you would need permission from your school to use it, obviously, due to privacy and concerns and things of that nature. I chose not to use that, but I believe they're the same version because I've used both now and they look very similar, if not different at all. So that's what I did. I created a classroom. So Mr. K's class, once you sign up, this is what you do. And then you go up to your settings next to the waffle, and you can fill in all the class details. So Mr. K's class, I just put high school, world history. You can change the grading, what type of grading you want. Maybe you want weighted by category or other information on there. So that's kind of the main settings categories. So once again, on the main page, you have assignments that you can upload. So you can upload a Google Doc to the assignments page, and it'll show up on the students page. It looks very similar to this. And they'd click on it, and then they'd have the instructions. In this case, it's write a 3 to 5 sentence paragraph about yourself and what you hope to accomplish this year. And then they can also comment down below, like, I need help. And then you'd get that message. So the teacher or para would know, oh, this student needs help with this work as well. And then you can assign it to certain students. Maybe certain students aren't required to do it, so you can assign it to certain ones, and then it'll show up with their name. I don't currently have any students. I couldn't get my wife to sign up in time, so it would show their name and who's turned it in. So pretty neat. Next to that is the same, the classwork, and here's you could do a Google Calendar, and you could go down to my class and then click on the red bar, and then you could add events like assignments when they're due, or maybe set up a Google Meet like we did once a day with our students to come and meet us online so we could discuss any questions they may have. So pretty neat. I would be cautious with the Google Calendar because it can send notifications to the students of every assignment and every thing that's due, and then they get kind of overwhelmed with the amount of emails they're getting. So be very careful when using it. We found it to be kind of stressful for them getting all those emails every day. So just kind of use it cautiously. And then the people tab, you would invite, you just go teachers, maybe type in their email, and then they're invited to join as a teacher. You might have a co-teaching position or something like that, and you can have both teachers on there. You could also put the paras in there as well, like we were. Students, you do the same. You put in their school email, and then they'd be asked to invite to the classroom. You can also invite parents and other adults to it. So, for instance, one of our students was in a different setting, in a different school, and I was a member of his class over there as well. So I could help him with his studies in a different school over the course of the distance learning. So it made it easier. I could see what he had assigned. I could view the assignments and then know what he had to accomplish and help him with those during our Google Meets every day. And then the grading, we don't have any grades yet, but you would go in here and you could, based upon what grading system you use, you can assign the grades in here and the students can check as well. So that's kind of what Google Classroom's all about. Besides the distance learning for this pandemic, I could see using it. Maybe one of your students has an illness or something that keeping that home. I think it'd be good for setting up for them so they can participate in the classroom. They could set up Google Meets with their peers in the classroom. So I think even after the pandemic, you could still use an application like Google Classroom. So I suggest check it out and give it a shot. All right, thanks.